Hey guys, what is going on? Thank you so much for clicking on our video, and thank you for all the likes, the comments, and the subscriptions. We appreciate every one of them. In today's video, I head out on the Mississippi River. The first thing I do is try and get onto some ice and do some late season ice fishing, which is probably not really late season, but this year it is. But I get on some ice and I catch a few perch, but it's not the bite I'm looking for. Let's be honest, ice fishing is yesterday's news, and that ship has sailed on the upper Mississippi River. So we quickly transition into open water fishing for walleyes. I get out there and the bite is a bit finicky, but I switch over to some micro size baits and end up putting some nice walleyes in the boat. So I want to show you that technique. The fish later crank up into the evening and I switch back over to my traditional jig fishing and catch some great fish. I think we got a great video for you, so don't go anywhere. So, I hooked up on one here, switched over to the slab wrap, and it looks like a walleye. It's a good walleye. Alright, we'll take it. A 4-pound test on here, so we're not going to horse them. Beautiful fish. There we go, guys. Gorgeous fish. I missed a couple of fish and thought they might be perch, so I switched over to that panfish rod with a slab wrap, and this guy must have just nipped it because I got him just under the chin. And the fish are pretty neutral right now, but if you want to put some fish in the boat, it might pay off to downsize to something like that slab wrap. I'll show it to you here in a second, but let's get this fish back in the water. But looks like it might be a good evening of catching walleyes. It's a good, probably close to 18-inch fish right there. Ooh. All right, that was awesome. So just 4-pound test, and that guy right there, I caught some really nice fish on that in a previous video as well. But just fishing it very much like you would a blade bait or a jig, just bringing it up off the bottom. I'm on kind of a current seam here where it gets shallower up in close to shore, and I'm below a wing dam, so I've got the current seam here, and the water's actually kind of dead right here, a little bit faster out here. That fish was right in that calmer water. He probably wasn't super hungry, but when he saw that slab wrap, he couldn't resist to check it out. So let's see if we can get another one. Shown. Feels like a smaller fish, maybe a perch. Or smaller walleye. Oh, walleye. Not bad fish. And that slab wrap again. Thing is effective. Maybe you're wondering what size that is. It looks like a number 4 slab wrap. There we go. We're in a decent spot. You're catching fish midday like this, it means you're in the right spot and you're doing something right. Get him back. So the rod I'm using is my Radcliffe 7-foot panfish rod, and it's designed for casting really light baits. You spool this up with 4-pound test and you can cast these light baits a mile. It's super sensitive, so you can detect really light bites, and it allows you to fish these small slab wraps. You wouldn't be able to fish this small slab wrap with like 8-pound tests. You need a light setup for it and a good reel with a good drag. This is a 500 series PC Fun Carbon X reel. So it's got a really nice drag system out, nice and smooth. So when you do hook a bigger fish, you can play them out. Fish. Shown. They are not hit that hard. I'm just feeling them pick it up. Another decent fish. Yeah, nice walleye. Barely got him. Be using my net a little more with the slab wrap and this 4-pound test. It's because I don't want to be boat flipping anything with really light line. Typically that size of fish I would just flip in, but you can see how it got hooked, just barely in the lip there. They are not smashing it. That is a great fish. That's a fun bite. You know, I'm just starting to discover this smaller bait and ultralight tackle for walleyes. It's proven to be very effective midday for these fish that are probably mostly neutral, but they see that smaller bait presented in a perfect way and they're gonna go after it. They're not chomping it though, they're just going after it and getting hooked. That one I just barely saw him bite it. Just saw just the most subtle difference in the way that line was. Anything suspicious, you gotta set the hook. Nice walleye. He choked it. Wow. That one was a no-doubter. Look at that. It's way down there. Let's see if we can do some surgery and get this guy unbuttoned. There you go. That's how you want him to eat it. That's a gorgeous fish. Let's get him back. This is an awesome bite, man. Oh, this is fun. I was pitching that jig around and I was getting little ticks on it, but man, I wasn't hooking them. So I was like, oh, those must be perch. And I switched over to this slab wrap and it turns out they are not perch. Those were walleyes just nipping at it. And it's not like they're small walleyes. They should be able to eat that jig. But I think they're just not super aggressive. But with this smaller bait, this lighter line, and you can fish it real slow, I think that's just enough to get them to bite. So this it's been a really good bite. Fish. Smoked it. Nice walleye. Go right under the boat. See how he got that? Just barely in the lip. There's so many of them doing that. Just barely getting hooked. Really nice fish. Right, borderline keeper. We'll get him back. Ooh, that one crunched it. That one I felt. They might be getting more aggressive. Jeez. Another one just inhaled it. Phone's ringing. But another great fish, probably right around 14, 15 incher. Let's get him back and I'll answer my phone. Alright guys, switching it up a little bit here. And go with some hair. 1/4 ounce jig head. Orange and white hair jig with a little tinsel. See if we can jack up a couple with this thing. Yes. Yes, sir. Oh, the hair did it. Got a bigger fish too. You can see I can just swing that sucker in there. I guess maybe that's what it took to get a little bit better fish, just put a little bit bigger jig on. But I just want to say that I didn't switch to hair from that slab wrap because I stopped catching them. I just thought these fish are starting to get a little more active. I'm gonna put my jig on, and 2 casts in, this guy actually hammered it. Look at that. That's one of my own hand-tied hair jigs. That was cool. Oh, that's so much fun. There's that hair jig. Beautiful fish. Looks like it's gonna be an awesome evening. We're just gonna hammer on these walleyes. Beautiful. Let's get them back. I love it. Nothing better. Orange and white. Got a little tinsel on it. 1/4 ounce. Yes. That wind can kind of let up now. It'd be really nice if it wasn't breezy. Pound it. Yes. Yes, sir. Slammed it. They're firing up, guys. I had like 3 hits on that one cast. They are on fire. Still throwing that hair. Gorgeous fish. On the initial drop. Smoke. That one was way up in there. Nice fish. Really nice fish. Sun's just about to go down below the trees there. And they are cracking that air. Gorgeous fish. I chucked that cast out about as far as I could and waiting for that jig to fall on the initial drop, and he hammered it. Great fish. Beautiful. Oh, that was awesome. Got a chunk. That's how you want him to do it. Fish. Oh yes, they are fired up. Another great fish. So another beautiful fish on the hair. I am on them. Got him up under the chin. And there's some great fish in here. Another beautiful fish, probably right around 16 incher, 17 incher. Keep them coming. There we go. That one thumped it. Oh, oh my goodness. They don't hit it much harder than that. Oh. Oh, this feels a little better. This might be the fish of the day here. Yeah, good fish. Man, did he crush it. Wow. That was awesome. Here we go, guys. These walleyes were on fire today. Started out with that slab wrap when they were just kind of in a neutral mood, and we caught a bunch of fish. Then I noticed they were eating that slab wrap pretty good, and I was like, well, if they're hammering that slab wrap, they're gonna start eating the jig. Switched over to hair and pounded some really nice fish on the hair jig. That's gonna be my last fish of the evening. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you out on the water.